Okay, everyone gather around. Today we're going to be talking about the newly released Netflix blockbuster Lisabi. Lisabi has been in the news for quite a while with the trailer, and there's been a lot of buzz around it. And it was released yesterday on Netflix, and I've seen it. So let's get. First of all, Lisabi is a star-studded movie that has a lot of great actors. We have the likes of Lateef Oladimeji, Odunlade Adekoya, Adebowale, Mr. Macaroni. We had Liko Rose. We have Gabriel Afolayan. We have also Kevin Ikeduba. Like it was Femi Adebayo also was starred in this movie, so it's not something for the small leagues. It's actually one for the big leagues, and that is why we're here to talk about it. So I have like a lot of talking points that I want to actually discuss about the movie Lisabi, and we're going to take these talking points one at a time. The first things first is the opening sequence of Lisabi, and I really liked it. I felt like the opening sequence was really great. The cinematography is top notch. It's one of the best that you can ever ask for from a Nigerian movie. The scenery, the sound, especially at the opening sequence in that palace where we had the Alafin talking, and I really liked the fact that when the Alafin spoke, it sounded like a thunder. It was Thunderous, and I liked it a lot. Being said, we're going to go through some more talking points about the movie Lisabi. And no, I'm not going to be going through the pros and the cons. I'm just going to mix them together. I'm going to talk about the things I like and some of the things that were questionable about the movie. First of all, the farmers, because the Egba land people are meant to be predominantly farmers, and the costumes were good, but I felt like they were just too clean for my liking. Because if it was set in the olden days where people go to the farm and come back, I felt like the people would have actually looked like farmers, and farmers are not clean people. I mean, they would have had clothes ridden with dust, but their costumes looked too clean for my liking, and I felt like they could have done a little better with that, so that at least it should portray the fact that these people are farmers. Then also, one of the things I loved about the film is the dancing and the music. I felt like the music, the background music was so good, and they did very well. I enjoyed it so much. And yeah, this is a funny part. The horse whip at the riverside. I don't know if any of you caught that scene where the white guys were on that carriage, and then they were offloading some things from the carriage, from the boat to the carriage, and then there was that horse whip that the white guy did without the horse. I felt like that was insane. Didn't anybody spot that there was no whip in the hand of the white guy? It was just whipping things. It was when Macaroni went against the Oyo tax collectors for defiling his bride. That was the most intense and insane scene in the entire film. And Mr. Macaroni did very well. And I felt like he should be given an award for this. I mean, when it's time for the AMVCAs, I do not want to hear anything. The best award for a supporting character has to go to him. No questions asked. I feel that scene was just so intense. It was just so intense, and he played the role perfectly. Moving on, this is the main issue I have with the entire film, because from the get go, Lisabi was portrayed as a farmer who just wants to farm and just live his life, and also on the side help his friend who wanted to get history with someone else. But then again, it transcended into Lisabi being somebody who can commune with the spirits and summon spirits. I felt like from where to where, if Lisabi had a spiritual side to him, at least they should have given us some background story instead of just like landing the whole thing on us to just see Lisabi conjuring four demons or four spirits to help them in the fight. Which begs the question, if the Egba people had that ability to conjure those four spirits, why have they not conjured it earlier to liberate themselves from the Oyo tax collectors? I mean, the action part of the film has two sides. I felt like it has both the stunts and also has the visual effects. I know that the visual effect tried so hard to look so real, and I must give them credit for that, being a Nollywood movie with a short budget. I mean, I give them thumbs up for that. But then again, the fight scene, the choreography, I felt like it could have been more. seriously, it could have really been more, and it left more to be desired. But then again, I feel like Nollywood is still a work in progress, and maybe as we go forward, we get it right in some of these action sequences. Judging from the ending of Lisabi, I think it will be renewed for a second part of it. And I feel like all the questions, especially the spiritual side of Lisabi that was unanswered, should be answered, because you can't just drop a part like a regular farmer without that just wants to go about his business automatically knows how to conjure four spirits to help them in the fight. I feel like you should actually give us at what point did Lisabi consult or try to um, get in tune with his spiritual side, and let's just see how it goes. Also, Dunlade as the Alafin of Oyo. I felt like Dunlade at the beginning was so impressive, but later on in the movie just goes to show his comedic side, which I didn't think was necessary, because I don't think this movie actually is a comic movie. It could have been more serious. And so that's just it for me. All in all, it's a very good movie, especially with the cinematography and the visual effects. I feel like it should be watched, but the storylines, as always, is always having issues. And I'll personally rate it a 7.4 over 10. Yes, controversial, but that's my rating. I think a lot of you will enjoy watching it. So if you've seen the movie and you have any comments, please leave it in the comment section below. And do not forget to follow and subscribe to all our social media pages, where we drop the latest news and reviews on movie shows and the latest in the world of movie and television shows. See you in the comment section.